welcome and thank you for joining us. It's Friday, July 19th. You're watching News 2 on via Channel 4 and 504. I'm Leslie Kamisiang. Topping our stories tonight, the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreations is asking for the community's help in finding out who's been stealing from summer camp facilities across the territory. One of the most recent incidents was at the Altona Lagoon, where swimming equipment for kids in a marine-oriented summer camp has been stolen. The items stolen from the summer camp facilities range from swimming gear to microwaves to entire trailers. Sports and Parks officials say it's a major blow, not just to the department that's one of the lowest budgeted in the territory, but also to the kids who take part in the program. Here's more.
So some of the items that were stolen here at the Altona Lagoon facility were our snorkeling equipment, and which is very key because we have our marine program here. And so now that's a setback for our marine program because the children aren't able to continue doing the snorkeling portion of the program. Upon arrival, they realized that the facility was broken into. We had a few items stolen: employee lounge, microwave, some furniture, and I think some other items that were in the room. So we're just asking the public to help us be the lookout for our facilities, because when we spend money on these items, we have to replace them. And as you know, our department is one of the lowest budgeted departments. So it kind of takes away from the programs that we're trying to implement when we have to reorganize and refund programs that have already been, funds that have already been used to purchase items for the programs. They were heartbroken because, as I said, they came here thinking, okay, you know, today we're gonna get to learn how to snorkel, to find out we don't have the equipment to do it. So it kind of dampened the mood for the kids, of course, and set back the program that we already had established. So now we just have to readjust and do other things, you know, for the marine program. But it's still sad because snorkeling is something big in the Virgin Islands. As you know, we're surrounded by the ocean. We also had a break-in a few weeks ago at the DC Canagator Ballpark, where we had a trailer stolen, and that trailer is used to transport a lot of our large landscaping equipment. So now that's another equipment item that we have to replace again. So we're just asking the community, if you see something, say something. They can always call our office at 773-0160, report it. It'll be anonymous. They don't have to worry about that. We just want to be able to preserve the things that we have so we can continue giving back to the community with the programs and the facilities that we have.
If you know who's behind these thefts, please report it to 911 or call 773-0160. St. Croix-born Joseph Best recently received accolades for his achievement as the first Achieve 3000 Pro educator in the territory. Joseph is enjoying another first. This evening, Joseph and his partner will share their home buying experience on HGTV's hit show, House Hunters International. But what his surprise to him is filming a reality TV show was not as easy as he expected. Here's more.
It's exhausting, actually. Reality TV is hard work.
St. Croix educator Joseph Best is appearing on season 143, episode 10 of the HGTV network hit show, House Hunter International. The program has featured several house buyers in the Virgin Islands, but Joseph Best is the first native-born to be featured on the show from the island of St. Croix.
Actually amazing that you have two local black born and raised people on the show.
I haven't seen that for the Caribbean yet. I mean, I don't always watch the show, but the ones that I've seen, I don't think they've ever had.
I'm the second local to do it. There was another young lady who did it in St. Thomas.
Okay.
But born and bred here, raised in St. Croix, I'm the first.
Joseph, along with his partner Reggie and his realtor Karen, began production on the show in February, but during negotiations with House Hunter International producers, Joseph thought that production might not begin as he fought for inclusion for his realtor.
So getting us both on, you know, the show was amazing because they actually have sometimes who they want to play the realtor. So you have to negotiate now. You have to potentially lose your episode when you come in and you say, well, I actually want the realtor I worked with.
Although the TV format of House Hunter is that of a reality show, producers usually recruit buyers who are already in escrow with one of their houses that is featured in the episode. Joseph and Karen recall their time on set and complexities of the production.
It is scripted reality, so, you know, like you're telling a story, but production is telling you how they're going to tell your story. So you're not just starting from like, this is what I did. You may be starting from the end and then working your way back to the beginning.
Yes.
Prior to moving back home to take care of his ailing mother, Joseph had contemplating purchasing a home in South Carolina with his partner. But like his realtor, he wanted to be closer to his roots.
Being in South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, where the tensions were brewing in terms of race, and there was all this, you know, police brutality and the church getting bombed in Charleston. Like, this was happening while I was living in South Carolina. It was going to be beautiful and cheap, but I was like, is this a forever place? And I was like, no, if I buy a house, it has to be in a forever place.
House Hunters International, featuring Joseph Best, along with his partner and realtor Karen Hodge, premieres this evening on HGTV. For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
You can view the House Hunters episode featuring Joseph, Reggie, and Karen this evening at 10:30 on HGTV. Education officials came before the Senate Finance Committee on St. Croix saying the department is still suffering from the same challenges, including a teacher shortage and an aging infrastructure. According to Education Commissioner Raquel Berry Benjamin, as of June 21st, the territory has 94 teaching vacancies, mostly in the vocational education, physical education, art, and special education content areas. She said 107 teachers left the system during the 2018-2019 school year, and another 15 have submitted their notices to separate. Dion Wells-Hendrington, who currently serves as the Chief Operations Officer for the department, said maintaining the school system's deteriorating infrastructure remains a challenge. Here's more from that hearing.
The average age of the IDE buildings is nearly 50 years old, with many having been built 70 years ago, and one building in use that was built in the 1800s. Our schools are in continuous state of deterioration, crumbling under the weight of a $70 million deferred maintenance before Hurricanes Irma and Maria hit and compounded the needs. With only $300,000 per district allotted for maintenance in FY19, the challenges in meeting daily operational requirements are very daunting. Fortunately for FY 2020 budget, it includes $3.6 million for maintenance, which VIDE will use for routine maintenance and emergency repairs.
Coming up next, we celebrate one of the oldest residents of the Virgin Islands living in the Queen Louise home, plus highlights from the hot sauce competition on St. Croix when we come back. Welcome back. The Queen Louise Home for the Aged celebrated one of its oldest residents today. Mrs. Basalta turned 100 years old today, and she taught the staff at the Queen Louise Home a few lessons on living a long life. Here's more from Mrs. Leila Basalta's 100th birthday celebration.
Today we're here to celebrate. We're so honored to celebrate Miss Basalta's 100th birthday. She actually just remind us of how awesome it is to live life and to be happy. When Miss Basalta came to the Queen Louise home, I remembered how we felt so sorry for her. But look at Miss Basalta today. She have gained weight, you know, no wounds. Her skin look awesome. Miss Bacalta? Oh, happy, yes, she said hi. Happy birthday. And we are so privileged to have another centenarian here with us today. Queen Louise seemed to put out quite a few of them.
And we like to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
On behalf of our community, and thank you for all you've done for our community, being here. And she looks good for 100. Boy, I could only pray to be that long, you know.
And it's just a beautiful thing to see another 100-year-old resident of the Queen Louise home.
It is a clear demonstration of the value and importance of care and nurture on an individual, especially an elderly person. And so I joined with my administrator, Ms. Pennyfeather, in congratulating not only Ms. Bacalta on reaching this milestone, but also the staff here at Queen Louise.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leila. Happy birthday to you.
And from all of us here at TV2, happy 100th birthday, Mrs. Bacalta. If you love hot sauce, then this weekend is for you. The 8th annual Strand on Fire Hot Sauce Competition is on Saturday in the Rum and Wine Courtyard at Hotel St. Croix in downtown Christiansted. This event is sponsored by Creux de Croix. For hot sauce, the participants' registration begins at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. for the general public. It's an afternoon of fun for all with a bouncy house, face painting, clowns, live music, and many hot sauces to taste and purchase. Proceeds from the event will be used to purchase toys for Santa on the Beach, a Creux de Croix sponsored event held every November at Cane Bay Beach. A great time is expected, according to Earl Childs, Creux de Croix Vice President.
Okay, I am Vice President of Creux de Croix, and we're at it again. We're doing the hot sauce competition at the Food and Wine Gardens, located at the Hotel St. Croix. It's going to be this Saturday, the 20th, starting at 1 o'clock registration. We have $10 fee to get into the competition, and $5 general admission. And for the kids, we have bounce houses and, of course, clowns, face painting, and we also have a live band going on. So come on down and enjoy. It's a good cause. Creux de Croix is a good cause. We do the Santa on the Beach, so a lot of our proceeds this time is going to the Presents for the Kids of the Island.
Stick around, your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next, plus the Pet of the Week when we return. Welcome back. This week's Pet of the Week is from the St. Croix Animal Welfare Center's Adoption Center. Meet Miss Mona Lisa.
This week at the Pet Place, we have Miss Mona Lisa. She is an adorable, snuggly 4-year-old black and white cat. Mona Lisa is what we would call a turnkey cat. And so if you're looking for a pet that's already trained, she's already litter trained, she's house trained, she's not destructive, she's not going to be a little cat or a little kitten that might, claw at some furniture. She is a great animal for you. If you want an animal companion in your home that loves to just lay in a lap and get pets and just kind of be that turnkey animal for you to start your animal companionship, Mona Lisa is definitely for you. So you can see Mona Lisa and all of her adoptable feline and canine friends here at the Pet Place.
If you or anyone you know is interested in Miss Mona Lisa or any of the pets we feature on the Pet of the Week, you can visit the St. Croix Animal Welfare Center's Facebook page. Now let's take a look at what the weather looks like for the next few days on our News 2 AccuWeather forecast.
Good evening. It is Friday. We're headed into the weekend, and the weekend not looking too bad. So if you have any outdoor activities, we're still in this pretty dry pattern with just some isolated showers likely across the Caribbean as a whole. As you head into the Atlantic, high pressure in place, that's still bringing in that easterly flow. We'll continue to just monitor some tropical waves coming into the leewards as well as the Virgin Islands. Moisture continues to move its way to the west. That stays to the south of us, and that's associated with a tropical wave. And really for tonight, that's going to continue to press its way out of the area, so shower activity going to be limited as we continue through tonight and move into your Saturday. So partly cloudy with a shower possible, dropping down into the lower 80s as we head into your Saturday. We'll be looking at a high of 89 in St. John, shower or two possible. Not a washout situation in St. Thomas either, with a high also in the upper 80s, and topping off at 89 in St. Croix for Saturday with some showers possible, partly sunny skies, but overall a pretty tranquil forecast. Marine forecast on the Atlantic side for Saturday, 2 to 4 feet. Winds out of the east, 10 to 15 knots. Caribbean side calling for winds out of the east, 10 to 15 knots with wave 3 to 5 feet. You do want to be mindful. We've been in and out of small craft, use caution. So with that being said, definitely be cautious when boating or even swimming this weekend. We move into the extended forecast, and your temperatures going to be in the upper 80s and lower 90s for your daytime highs. Saturday, Sunday, shower or two possible, but nothing extremely heavy. And then we'll be tracking out a tropical wave. That's going to be into the windwards, but it has the potential to push some moisture further to the north on Monday. With that being said, models are indicating that it's a bit further to the south, so moisture doesn't seem as imminent. So for Monday right now, mostly sunny, but that could change, and we'll see a bit more moisture for your Tuesday, calling for a shower.
Thank you for that. Coming up next, Alex Randall's news and comments, plus News 2 Sports with Gary Anthony. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 2. This is Alex Randall with News and Comment. I love watching the fast foot shuffle as our elected representatives discover they've been taking money from Jeffrey Epstein, and that our government gave economic development benefits to Epstein's company. Quick! Disavow all knowledge. Make a quick donation to a goody two-shoes group to cover the taint of taking the pedophile's money. Epstein's name is like poison. Convicted of a petty crime of soliciting prostitution was peanuts, but now he's in the slammer on fresh charges of trafficking young girls. Epstein is a pariah. Anything associated with him gets poisoned. So suddenly the delegate sending his money to charity. Same with Donna Fred Gregory and Alicia Barnes. Unload the money that came from Epstein and disavow him. Let's see how long it takes for the senators to revoke the tax breaks to Epstein's Southern Trust Company. Oh, and through Southern Trust, Epstein owns half of American Yacht Harbor. Bet their tax breaks come up for reconsideration too. In Epstein's New York mansion, they found lots of pictures of girls and diamonds and fake passports and his sex rooms. How long until someone goes to inspect Little St. James? Wonder what's hiding there. But no, the government says there's nothing to trigger an investigation. Nothing? How about being arrested in New York for having sex criminal? Maybe we should have a little look at Little St. James. Buckle up. We all know this. We have to buckle the seatbelt when we get in the car, at least in the front seats. Our local law requires people in the front seats to buckle up. But what about the back seats? Nope. No law requiring backseat folks to use seatbelts, unless a new proposal becomes law. Senators are working on a law to make everyone in a car use seatbelts. That's smart. But what about safaris and pickup trucks? Safaris are unbelievably unsafe. No belts, and if they roll over, no protection for the passengers. Safaris are just heavy-duty trucks with some seats. No rules, no regulations. Pickup trucks are even more hazardous, and it's local culture to ride in the back of pickup trucks. You see it all the time. Workers on the way to jobs, piles of kids in the back of pickup trucks. We kill more kids in pickup trucks than we kill in the back seat of passenger cars. And yet there are no regulations about buckling people up in pickup trucks. So while senators worry about people in cars, maybe we should give some thought toward making safaris and pickup trucks safer. Remember Zika? Remember dengue? Remember chikungunya? Remember when we were all scared pregnant women would have brainless babies? Well, these mosquito-carried diseases are gone. The dry conditions have limited the number of mosquitoes, and these diseases have run a course until enough people have had it and developed immunity that they just don't spread anymore. The diseases die out. And while our Department of Health continues to diligently monitor for the mosquito-borne diseases, they are quiescent right now, dormant. Are they gone? Well, no, just not active. And it's always smart to take all precautions to avoid mosquito bites. Are you overwhelmed by your technology? We all seem to be wired these days. Smartphones, portable readers, music boxes, playing Spotify tunes, so much more. At home, there's a computer and internet and email and text messages and games to play, and everyone seems to want to use our time. Everyone wants our attention. Everything is grabbing at us, seizing our time. Stop! I want to have my brain back. But how? Well, first try turning off something for a little while. Try turning off the smartphone. Off. Go for a walk. Leave it behind. Go to a restaurant with friends and pile the phones in the middle of the table. First one to reach for the phone pays for dinner. But here's another idea. Start to pay attention to where you are. Like the Zen masters say, be here, now. Ignore the phone for a while and look around. Just look and see. I like to walk into a store and go to the back corner and just look. Look at the scenery. Make a note of what you see. Go out at night and stare at the stars. Go look at the ocean and just watch. Stop trying to connect with everyone in every text and every email. Don't Google your last thought. Don't Instagram your lunch. Just be with people. Just be. Thanks for watching. This is Alex Rand with News and Comment. Now back to Leslie.
Thanks for that, Alex. You always have to appreciate his unique takes on things. Coming up next, your dose of News 2 Sports with Gary Anthony. What do you have for us tonight, Gary?
I'm Gary Anthony, and this is News 2 Sports. The Olympics men's qualifier preliminary round began Wednesday night with the U23 USVI national men's team taking on the Cuban national team at the New Bethlehem Soccer Complex on St. Croix. The VI lost 3-2, but the future looks bright for soccer in the Virgin Islands. The New Bethlehem Soccer Complex was packed with enthusiastic fans ready for a great game. During warm-up drills, the VI looked crisp, and when the game got underway, the hometown heroes struck first when Rajay Joseph took the pass from Dante Nicholas and slapped the shot past Cuban goalkeeper Antoine Obregon for a 1-0 lead at the 10-minute mark. The VI jumped to a 2-0 lead on this breakaway goal by Connor Kendall at the 26th minute. And there was much rejoicing. Yay! Cuba came back quickly with this goal by Gene Rodriguez in the 26th minute. Then Karel Espino tied the score at 2 with this penalty kick 2 minutes into stoppage time right before the end of the first half. In the second half, Cuba dominated time of possession, keeping the ball on the USVI side of the field before Lazaro Garcia put in the game winner at the 70th minute mark. Although the loss was disappointing, there were positive signs to draw from as the VI prepares to face Barbados on Sunday at 5:30.
I'm proud of the boys, working hard, throwing their bodies on the line, putting every tackle, working until they couldn't work anymore, but it's unfortunate to go down by 3 after going up by 2. I mean, fitness levels might have not been as high as we need to have them, and when we come back next game, we just have to be higher at a higher standard and be ready to go against Barbados. We were great in transition, on transition game, sitting the balls up. We got 2 goals off of the same tactics that we worked on all week, so that was class. Honestly, the things that we really need to work on is just mainly staying disciplined in our defense. We did good for the first 50, 55 minutes of it. But once that came down, we just couldn't track them anymore, and we kind of got lost. I mean, unfortunately, injuries do happen, and some of the key players went out, but it's just unfortunate, and just against Barbados, we have to come more disciplined.
Our game plan works really well. The first 20 to 25 minutes, we used our strength, which was making runs in behind, winning the ball and transitioning to try to take the advantage of the speeds that we had up front. Using that speed, we scored 2 goals, which is exactly what we trained for. Most of our kids are below the age of 20 and training for 4 days before playing against an amazing team like Cuba. There's no more I could ask for.
Cuba takes on Barbados today at 5:30, and we will have highlights of both games on Monday. That's it for sports. Have a fabulous weekend. Hope to see you at the hot sauce competition. That's all for sports. Leslie, back to you.
Thank you for that. And that's it for our show tonight. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube and on Via Channel 4 and 504 Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Follow us on social media. Tag us on any stories you want to see on the news, or just send us a message on Messenger. You can also email us at newsdirector@tv2.vi. Thanks again for joining us on News 2. I'm Leslie Camisiang. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.